What is cybersecurity? Explain security concept. Cybersecurity, protecting the digital domain in our increasingly digital world, where technology permeates every aspect of our lives. Cybersecurity has emerged as an important discipline. It is the practice of protecting computer systems, networks, data, and programs from digital attacks and unauthorized access. This broad area covers a number of strategies, technologies, and practices aimed at ensuring the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of digital assets. Cybersecurity development. The concept of cybersecurity has evolved significantly over the years, reflecting the rapid advancements in technology and corresponding growth in cyber threats. Initially, computer security focused primarily on protecting standalone systems from physical threats or unauthorized access by individuals with physical access to the hardware. As computer networks became more prevalent in the 1970s and 1980s, cybersecurity expanded to include network security measures such as firewalls and intrusion detection systems. The rise of the Internet in the 1990s further changed the landscape, bringing new challenges and threats such as viruses, worms, and denial-of-service attacks. The 21st century has seen an explosion in cybercrime, with increasingly sophisticated attacks targeting individuals, businesses, and governments around the world. The proliferation of mobile devices, cloud computing, and the Internet of Things, IoT, has further expanded the attack surface, making cybersecurity more complex and challenging than ever. Fundamentals of cybersecurity. At its core, cybersecurity revolves around three core principles. Privacy. This principle ensures that sensitive information is accessible only to authorized individuals or entities. This includes measures such as encryption, access controls, and authentication mechanisms to prevent unauthorized access or disclosure of data. Integrity. Integrity ensures that data remains accurate, consistent, and reliable throughout its life cycle. This includes mechanisms to detect and prevent unauthorized modifications, alterations, or deletions of data. Techniques such as digital signatures, checksums, and hashing are used to verify the integrity of data. Availability. Utility ensures that information and resources are accessible and usable when needed. This includes measures to prevent and mitigate disruptions or denial-of-service attacks that could disrupt access to critical systems or data. Redundancy, fault tolerance, and disaster recovery planning are key components of ensuring availability. Cybersecurity components. Cybersecurity includes various components, each of which plays a vital role in protecting digital assets and mitigating cyber threats. Network security. Network security focuses on protecting computer networks from unauthorized access, intrusion, and malicious activities. This includes measures such as firewalls, intrusion detection systems, IDS, intrusion prevention systems, IPS, virtual private networks, VPNs, and network segmentation. Endpoint security. Endpoint security involves securing personal devices like computers, smartphones, tablets, and IoT devices from malware, viruses, and other cyber threats. Antivirus software, host-based firewalls, device encryption, and endpoint detection and response, EDR, solutions are commonly used to protect endpoints. Application security. Application security aims to ensure the security of software applications by identifying and mitigating vulnerabilities that can be exploited by attackers. secure coding practices, code reviews, penetration testing, and web application firewall, WAF, are among the techniques used to enhance application security. Data security. Data security focuses on protecting the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data throughout its life cycle. Encryption, access controls, data masking, data loss prevention, DLP, and secure data storage are some of the measures employed to protect sensitive information. Cloud security. Cloud security addresses the unique challenges associated with cloud computing, including data breaches, unauthorized access, and compliance issues. Cloud security solutions such as identity and access management, IAM, encryption, and cloud workload protection platform, CWPP, help organizations secure their cloud environments. Identity and access management, IAM involves managing user identities and controlling their access to resources within an organization's IT environment. It includes processes such as user provisioning, authentication, authorization, and privilege management to ensure that only authorized users have access to appropriate resources. Security operations. Security operations include the processes and technologies used to monitor, detect, investigate, and respond to cybersecurity threats and incidents. Security information and event management, SIEM, systems, threat intelligence platforms, and incident response frameworks are integral parts of security operations. Security awareness training. Security awareness training educates users about cybersecurity best practices and increases awareness of potential threats and risks. By fostering a culture of security awareness, organizations can empower their employees to effectively identify and mitigate cyber threats. Challenges and emerging trends. Despite significant advances in cybersecurity technologies and practices, many challenges remain, and new threats continue to emerge. Cyber threat landscape. The cyber threat landscape is constantly evolving, with attackers using increasingly sophisticated tactics and techniques to circumvent security controls and exploit vulnerabilities. Cyber threats such as ransomware, phishing, insider threats and supply chain attacks pose significant risks to organizations of all sizes. Skills shortage. There is a shortage of skilled cybersecurity professionals capable of defending against advanced cyber threats. Closing this skills gap requires investment in cybersecurity education, training, and workforce development initiatives. Regulatory compliance. Regulatory requirements and compliance standards such as GDPR, HIPAA, PCI DSS, and CCPA impose legal and regulatory obligations on organizations to protect sensitive data and ensure the privacy and security of their customers' information. Emerging technologies. Emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, ML, blockchain, and quantum computing present both opportunities and challenges for cybersecurity. Although these technologies can enhance security capabilities, they also introduce new attack vectors and vulnerabilities that need to be addressed. Supply chain security. Supply chain attacks, where attackers target vulnerabilities in third-party suppliers or service providers to compromise the security of their customers, have become a growing concern for organizations in a variety of industries. Cybersecurity awareness and education. Despite growing awareness of cybersecurity risks, many individuals and organizations still lack the knowledge and skills needed to effectively defend against cyber threats. Investing in cybersecurity awareness and education programs is essential to building a cyber-resilient society. Security concepts in cybersecurity. Protecting digital assets in the field of cybersecurity. Security concepts are fundamental to understanding how to effectively protect digital assets. The security concept encompasses a series of principles, strategies, and practices aimed at ensuring the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data and systems in the face of emerging cyber threats. Let's look at the main components of the security concept in cybersecurity. Privacy. Privacy is a cornerstone of the security concept in cybersecurity, which focuses on keeping sensitive information private and accessible only to authorized users. This principle is essential to protect sensitive data such as personal information, financial records, intellectual property, and trade secrets from unauthorized access, disclosure or theft. One of the primary mechanisms for achieving confidentiality is encryption, which involves encoding data in such a way that only authorized parties can understand it. Encryption algorithms use cryptographic keys to scramble data, making it unreadable to anyone without the corresponding decryption key. Secure communications protocols such as SSL/TLS use encryption to protect data transmitted over the network, ensuring that it remains confidential even if intercepted by malicious actors. Access controls are another important component of privacy, allowing organizations to regulate who can access sensitive information and under what circumstances. Access control mechanisms include user authentication, authorization, and auditing, which verify the identities of users, determine the level of their access privileges, and track their activities within the system. Authentication mechanisms such as passwords, biometrics, and multi-factor authentication, MFA, help verify the identity of users and prevent unauthorized access to systems and data. Authorization mechanisms specify what actions users are allowed to perform after authentication, ensuring that they only have access to the resources they need to perform their roles. Integrity. Integrity is another important aspect of the security concept, ensuring that data remains accurate, consistent, and reliable throughout its life cycle. Maintaining data integrity is essential to prevent unauthorized modifications, changes, or tampering, which may compromise the reliability and validity of the information. Technologies such as digital signatures, checksums, and hashing are used to verify the integrity of the data and detect any unauthorized changes. Digital signatures provide a means of electronically signing documents or messages, allowing recipients to verify the authenticity and integrity of the sender. Checksum and hash functions generate unique identifiers, hash values, based on the contents of the data, which can be compared to detect any alteration or corruption. Data validation and verification controls help ensure the integrity of data input and output, preventing malicious actors from injecting or manipulating data to exploit vulnerabilities or compromised systems. Input validation technologies such as whitelisting, blacklisting, and regular expressions filter and sanitize user input to prevent injection attacks such as SQL injection and cross-site scripting, XSS. Availability. Availability is the third pillar of the security concept, which focuses on ensuring that information and resources are accessible and usable when needed. This principle is important to maintain the functionality and performance of systems and services, even in the event of disruptions, failures, or attacks. Redundancy and fault tolerance are key strategies for ensuring availability, allowing organizations to minimize the impact of hardware failures, network outages, and other disruptions. Redundant systems, components, and network links provide backup resources that can be activated automatically or manually in the event of a failure, minimizing downtime and ensuring continuity of operations. Load balancing and traffic management techniques distribute the workload across multiple servers or network paths, preventing overloads and bottlenecks that could degrade performance or cause service disruptions. Content delivery networks, CDNs, cache and deliver content geographically closer to end users, reducing latency and improving responsiveness. Disaster recovery planning and business continuity management are essential components of availability, helping organizations prepare for and respond to unexpected events such as natural disasters, cyber attacks, and human errors. Disaster recovery plans outline procedures to restore systems and data after a disruptive event, while business continuity plans ensure that essential functions can continue during a crisis.